Not gonna lie, that hill just took it out of me pretty good. I've been holding out on the pedal bike for all these years, but watching these guys with a battery go by. If you're not aware, I live in Marin County, and funny story, 2 weeks ago I was climbing up here, different part of the mountain, Mount Tam, and this fella goes by me just casually pedaling, flip-flops and his little hippie hat, and thought to myself, man, I'm a glutton for punishment or something, but whatever. But you get these views. That's the sun literally peaking right over Mount Tam right now, and yeah, pretty remarkable. So I had an interesting conversation with a client today about Palo Alto, and we've been a Palo partner, almost 16 years. We were early adopter. Prior to Palo, our cornerstone in any environment we went into was a company called NetScreen. They were acquired by Juniper. And then when Palo emerged, it was like the first time I got excited about technology in a long time at that point. And we got on board. So now here we are 16 years later and going strong. And I was talking to a client today, and they were like, well, do we need all these licenses? And so we got into, not into the weeds, but we had a conversation, right, about how these licenses complement each other, how they work together to secure your environment, and how they do things that just other boxes just literally don't do, or other appliances rather. And so it made sense to him, but I could tell he still wasn't on board. And so I started explaining to him, when you size these things correctly, when they're scoped and spec'd, you know, they really take your threat surface down to nothing. You know, like I'm what they call in mountain biking a Clydesdale class, the bigger fellas. So my bike is sized for that, right? It's sized for 215 pounds, 6 foot, whatever. Well, it's no different when we size a Palo. When it's sized appropriately, users, bandwidth, applications are a consideration, remote access and such, it just works, right? Well, contrast that, I don't know, it's been a couple years now. We had we got called in to do incident response on a municipality. It was actually a police dispatch, and they had been sold Palo by one of the big box stores, and it had traps, which at that time were Cortex, EDR, whatever it was, at that time was Palo's endpoint. Well, we get in there, and what do we find? Literally, all they were offered, or all they were provided, or all they purchased, however it went down, was the appliance, support on the appliance, and traps. And traps, at that time, required having the threat license and some other stuff, licensing on the appliance itself to share symmetry and threat data and really to function. And so these folks had made the investment in Palo and really invested in just an overweight, you know, effectively a paperweight. Because if you don't have the appropriate licensing, you made the investment in your mind, you think you purchased the premium protection, but you just really paid someone a commission to find out later you didn't get what you thought you got. So I stress that on the importance of, you know, Palo is an incredible appliance, Palo Alto Networks. The whole mesh, the fabric, everything about it. Here at BLOKWORX, we've figured out a way, and we've actually built a mesh. It's a little more, let's just say, cost-friendly for SMB, and every bit is effective. We've got our own philosophy around it and our own deployment, but got the numbers to back it up. And if you'd like to know more, give us a holler. If you're in the FTC safeguards or you're a family office, that's kind of a sweet spot for us. So give me a holler. Talk to you. Hope all's well. We'll see you.